Family, why is stick welding king in construction? One reason why stick welding with a 7018 rod is king in construction because it has alloys in it. So if you look up the what the numbers mean when you're looking at the rods, 70 means how strong the rod is. 70,000 pounds per square inch. The one in the number stands for it can be done in all positions. And the 8 stands for how many alloys is inside of this rod. And this rod is used on bridges, dams, structural buildings, piping, different things that move, that sweat, that allows the elements to be able to bow or be able to do something without breaking, just from the flexibility of the earth and over time. So the 7018 rod is a very, very valuable rod, and stick welding is a very, very valuable trade. Using it on the farm and construction, like I say, using it on bridges and things like that. I have seen stick welding really save some situations. And one thing about it, fam, it's not going anywhere. They have other processes that have high demand, but certain things, when it comes to repairs, when it comes to installs, when it comes to putting certain new things in, the stick welding process is always going to be king. So I would recommend those who haven't thought about diving into the welding process and you like being outside, I would most definitely recommend you learning the stick welding process. And one thing I have learned, if you can master the stick welding process, it makes it easier to learn the other processes. Now, a lot of people, especially old school welders, they'll frown on people that do wire welding, calling them wire monkeys. You know, y'all, you ain't really a welder, you just pull the trigger. But one thing I have learned, fam, when it comes to welding, everything takes an expertise. Like, unless you're doing that thing, there's going to be something about it that you don't recognize that the person does that do it all the time. And one thing about stick welding, fam, regardless of if it's done on the old boats back in World War II, on the old ships, you can see some of those welds that was on them decks. Man, they was dropping dimes everywhere. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's some amazing welds. I have witnessed some on some older steel boats throughout Arkansas that they had at different museums or outside, showing, you know, what was happening on these certain ports. And family, was amazing welds. And even though that stick welding isn't as popular because they have figured out a faster way to do it outside. So flux core is now the new stick welding. You know, they have actually add alloys in it where you can use it without gas and still get that flexibility. So, and still have that strong, solid weld. But stick welding isn't going anywhere. And I would recommend those that want to learn this. This is something you can use, like I say, at your personal shop. You can do personal repairs. You can fix trailers. You can go out and do a lot of things with the stick welding rod. Now, I would say this. The MIG welding process, flux core welding process is a faster process, but when you're learning how to weld, family, you're going to realize that each section of welding, from MIG welding to flux core to TIG welding to stick welding to brazing, everything serves a purpose, everything has a place, everything has a specific procedure that has to be done to make sure things are, you know, A1. So if you're thinking about welding, I would most definitely recommend that you would check out the program coming soon in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's going to be connected to Arkansas Baptist College. We're going to have a 6-week program and also a 16-week program that's going to be tied into the academics of their entrepreneurship program that they have at the school. And we're going to have a 6-week program to help the outside. Now, the outside program will have a fee for this program, but we also will have ways for you to get funding. But it also is going to be paid those that want to put their money where their mouth is and really change their own lives. Now, they do have opportunities for you to get funding, but we do say this: we're not going to recommend anybody if they don't come in and put in the work. So if you come and you spend $3,500, $3,700 and You only show up 1 week after 6 weeks, that's on you. We can't guarantee you're going to be a good welder, but we do appreciate the donation that you gave us. So we're going to be honest and realistic, fam. Everything is based on work ethics. If I don't put the work in, I'm not going to get the results. So we're not trying to make people believe if you give a certain amount, it's going to make you great. No, you have to give the certain amount for the opportunity, and then you have to put the work in to be Jordan. In order for you to be Kobe, you have to put the work in, fam. So just keep in mind that stick welding can change your life. Welding period can change your life. It saved me. It can save you, but you have to put the work in, fam. All gone.